Hello again. I've long been puzzled about what it is which causes some people in this country to go mad at the very mention of Donald Trump's name. He is, after all, by no means the worst American president since the end of the Second World War, but all the others have been able to visit Britain without furious and angry protests breaking out. What is it about Trump which seems to wind up some people so badly? I am myself neutral on the subject. I'm not an American, and who they vote in as president does not really concern me. It's something for Americans to sort out themselves. What I have noticed, though, is that Donald Trump comes across more like a real human being than most politicians today. There is something inhuman about our own Prime Minister. He talks and acts like a shoddily constructed android more than any human being any of us have ever met. It is as though a company hoping to produce a convincing AI-generated personality had produced Keir Starmer and sent him out into the world for beta testing, see how people reacted to him and see if he would pass the Turing test. Alas, few people are fooled by this lumbering creature with the stilted and mechanical voice which lacks all inflection. Back to the drawing board, I think. President Trump is quite different. It's true that he sometimes slurs his words, mumbles, or gets mixed up. He even swears violently in public on occasion, and he certainly makes mistakes. He boasts and sometimes gets things wrong. But then so do all the rest of us. He comes across, in other words, like one of us, a person with failings and imperfections. I dare say that he gets drunk sometimes and tells lies as well, and it wouldn't surprise me in the least to hear that he had been sleazy in the past or that some of his financial affairs might not bear forensic scrutiny. But then many of us are in exactly the same position. He is a real person, a human being. One gets the impression, too, that he actually cares about some of the same things that many of us do, that he is genuinely angry about illegal immigration and determined to stop it. Well, of course, he's more or less done so. Remember the columns of migrants who were trekking north and crossing the border illegally in their thousands when Joe Biden was in charge? Not anymore. Trump says, probably truthfully, that no illegal immigrants have entered the United States in the last month. This is, of course, what ordinary people care about, and I rather suspect that they are prepared to be a little forgiving of the president's rough edges and possible lack of erudition, as long as he keeps on top of that kind of thing. So, what is it with the people in Britain who loathe him? What do they actually have against him? Most of those protesting are educated left-wing types who find vulgar and brash people offensive. They like folk who have refined table manners and read the latest highbrow books. In short, people like themselves. They feel that Donald Trump has nothing in common with them and holds views with which they strongly disagree. It is not, though, his policies with which they disagree, so much as the fact that he is supported by working class Americans who like the idea of cracking down on illegal immigration and so on. At the heart of their dislike is snobbishness. They feel that the president is not the kind of man they'd like to see at a dinner party. He's alien to them. They don't understand him. Unfortunately, I think that those who oppose the American president are on the wrong side of history. I think that they have not picked up on the sea change in politics, which is bringing people like Nigel Farage and Donald Trump to the fore and rendering the middle class intelligentsia irrelevant in the process. They remind me of the members of the old Communist Party in Soviet Union after the fall of the Berlin Wall. The world is changing very fast, and these people don't realize that they are now no longer needed. They're surplus to requirements. What we are seeing Probably the dawning of the age of the people. And my word, there will be a few changes.